Hi guys, this is part 2 of my Japan experience. If you haven't seen the first one, make sure to go check that out. I'll leave the link in the description, and I hope you enjoy. This was a fun time. I only have this video on my phone, but it was when excursions, it's like a sister school or a brother school or a partnering school. The Japanese school had one in Taiwan, and they came over literally for a day. They were there for 3 days and they only visited the school for an afternoon, and I only found out about it then, and like my friend was like, hey, I've got to do this speech. They mainly spoke English to each other, and I guess that's why they asked me to stay if I wanted to stay. They were getting shown around the school, and you know, the archery and the they got shown all around the school and like cool performances, and I didn't get that when I got there, so I guess it was fun to go try out each thing because I was also the foreigner there who got to, yeah, it was fun. It was I was kind of embarrassing the fact that we had free snacks. I literally stuffed my whole bag with free snacks. Matsuri, my first festival. And I got to borrow a yukata. I have blisters walking in those shoes because I wanted to wear normal shoes, but my host mom wouldn't let me because it wasn't traditional to do that. You had to wear the hard thong things. Didn't have any socks to wear them with, so it literally like sand graded my foot, and it hurt so bad. I was wobbling on the way home and had to put ice. I didn't put ice on it. That would hurt. Oh, this is now around June. I was about to change to my new host family. This is kind of when I was changing host families. I kind of wanted to change host families just to see what it was like, because I wasn't really getting along with my first host family, unfortunately, and I think that was maybe just because of my shyness. But eventually my host family asked to change, and that's not something you should take personal. It could be for absolutely any reason, money reason, anything. But yeah, by that time I was like, let's start fresh. And it was crazy because as soon as I changed host families, my next host mother only spoke Japanese. She spoke like 3 words of English, and so my Japanese, so I started here, got here, this was about before I left, and then I literally went to here. I was like, it was crazy. She wanted to talk to me so often, and she wanted to get to know me so well, and like I learned Japanese so much then, and I still feel like I don't know very much Japanese, and that's because there's so much to learn. But now it's crazy to think how much I didn't know before that. My second host family's home was a lot smaller, but they did have a lot of stuff, and it was very interesting, and they had 2 very big fat cats and a small dog. It was super cute. These were some photos that my host mother took of me. On the first night we had takoyaki, which is made with octopus, but it was fun that they wanted to get me involved. In the first month, August, I guess August was kind of a festival time, my host family took me to so many festivals within like the first 3 weeks of me being there. It was super fun. I kind of did love my time alone in the home, because in that home I felt like I was able to do things. I could go make my own food. I wasn't like supervised constantly, and I loved that. So my other host family, I wasn't allowed at home by myself ever. My second host family was involved in a company called Young Americans, where it's young Americans come and teach, do 3-day camps of singing, dancing, etc. My host sister, she loved to dance and she always did that, and my host mom loved that she did that, and we got to go to Fuji Yoshida near Mount Fuji, and it was just gorgeous. I loved going out there. We got to go to the Christmas forest, which it wasn't actually a forest, it was a museum, a very empty one because it was August. It was very interesting though. We got to see lots of swans. We got to go on a gorgeous, I mean, it was a swan boat, but it was a gorgeous view from the boat, and that was probably one of my favorite days, was that, because if you don't know, I literally love nature in any way, and I want to be in it constantly, and just being in one of the biggest cities in the world kind of got me a little down, I guess, and just being able to be out there with huge mountains and like blue skies and lakes, and seeing how different that nature is and scenery is in a different country. I absolutely loved that. Going to Mount Fuji was probably one of my highlights. I also, after this picture, I loved that my host sister never really spoke to me that often, which was a bit of a surprise, because when we had some other host students stay with us at the same time, which was also good for me, but they would only stay for about less than a week. I got to perform for my host family, and I think my host sister loved that I was musically talented, I guess. And that was very fun. This was a very nerve-wracking moment. Holy moly, this scared me so much. I was obviously the only foreigner in the room, literally. Not many foreigners go to a high school concert, so it was just a concert that loads of different high schools had put together, and so they could, you know, have a good time and sing and perform and stuff. And I was in that, and that was so nerve-wracking. And I did my own performance, which was my first time ever performing guitar. I'd only been learning it for 4 months maybe, and I didn't hold it properly, and throughout my performance I kept dropping it, but that's alright. I was super nervous anyway. Oh, that's crazy that I ever did that. That's a good moment. My host mother and I one day went to, we drove to another prefecture to go to a park, because the park was literally one of the biggest freaking parks I've ever seen. It like, it had so many different sections to it. It had a huge ancient sort of building part and huge playground with like dragons, and that was hot but fun. It was so weird. I constantly remembered Japan by its negative impacts it had on me, not Japan as a country, but the exchange and how I dealt with it. And I guess just going through this reminds me of like the great fun memorable parts I had, and like, you can't do this here. You can't see this here. It's not the same, and it's, wow. This was such a fun day. I just want to post these just to be nostalgic. Wow, here's a day, an afternoon I went out with someone I haven't gone out with, and that was kind of nervous. She seemed to like me a lot, which was great. Oh my god, we went to a cat cafe, what was very popular at the time. Sushi train, but with sweets. Here was my first bunkasai. So, bunkasai. Takusai janai. It goes over 2 days. My first day was pretty shitty. I had no one to hang out with. Everyone was doing their own thing. I was trying to get involved, but it was super hard. My second day was fun though, which was good, and I found people to go and do stuff with. My cat battery is going flat again. I mean, obviously, because I'm just talking so much. Oh my god, I'm gonna be back. Once a year they open, it's technically called a festival, and they open up the American/Japanese Air Force that is in Fusashi. it was really cool because I had never ever been to like a military for a huge Air Force thing, and they had massive planes and helicopters and stuff like that, and it was insane. And it was fun. It was like at these really fun moments, that's when I was enjoying it the most, and I was getting along with whoever I was, my host family the most, and that was when I was like happy and kind of felt achieved that I was making these experiences, and I was just doing this, I guess. It made me confident just by doing these joyful things. I find myself, here's a blurry picture of Kenta, dog. I'm taking him for a walk. This is Luffy, by the way, and it's a picture of Shanks. Oh, I still can't like explain the movies in Japan. The movies in Japan are so fun. I love going to the movies myself, like here. And I don't know, just the atmosphere and the difference in Japan was just really fun. We went and saw Winnie the Pooh with my host mum. That was fun. She did ask me a couple things because by then she knew I was going to leave. And she asked me like, what's a couple things that you want to do before you leave? And I said, love to go to the movies again and see a movie because I love doing that. And I'd love to go to Kamakura, which I have been to before. I just I loved it. So here's some photos of the Big Buddha at Kamakura. She took me to one of her flower arrangement classes, and we made a little witch hat. Honestly, I think that's I wanted it so much that I brought it home, but I couldn't put it in my suitcase, so I literally just carried it around through the airport and on the plane. My boyfriend loves it. He thinks it's adorable. Takomachi, I think it was. My host mom wanted to go down there, go into a trick museum. It wasn't that great. It was fun though. I got to dress up as a carrot, and this is probably one of my favorite photos now. It was such a lovely day in a cute little town. I remember walking around there. There was like rivers all through the town with like wooden or stone fences across all the little bridges. It was so cute. But this was one of my two friends, especially Satsuki, which on that week that I was leaving, it was the last time we hung out together, I think. I had to go to my area rep's house and stay there for a night because on the night before I left, because my host mom had work on that day and she couldn't take me to the airport. So fun fact, Jacob, which I was the most excited and really wanted to see, he was in New Zealand, meaning seeing his family over there when I got back, and I didn't want to wait till he got back for another 3 weeks because we had already been so long away from each other. So took a bus with some snacks to the airport, then at the airport walked around with my little trolley, got on the plane, long flight. Then I got home and I stayed for one night, and early the next morning I flew to New Zealand. I was so happy to be back, honestly, but I guess looking back at all the photos in Japan, I have to give it more credit to the insane experience I had, and now that I know a second language and a lot of things I wouldn't have been able to experience if I didn't do it and wouldn't know, and it's crazy. It's very, very hard, but I think it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. I've changed a lot, especially my own morals and what I believe in and what I stand for, and that changed a lot. in Japan. I'm super grateful for everything that I do. And I honestly, as hard as it was, I think it's kind of changed some things in me, which has changed for the better, and I should give it more credit for that, I guess. And don't be afraid by anything that I've said. If you want to go on exchange, I didn't have the confidence to super try while I was over there, and I feel like you should just give it your all. If you're going to Japan, give it your all, seriously. You can make some really insanely good memories and go through some really insane hard times, but you'll always come out better for them, even if it takes you a while to realize that. So if you decide to go on exchange, whether it's Japan or anywhere else, I wish you so much luck. Don't stress out on the little things. Just concentrate on what you're there for and have a good time. Don't forget to give this video a like, and seriously, just gonna say quickly, it was September last year that I like did a post on my Instagram saying 450 followers, thank you guys so much, and like that's insane. That was insane. But it's like 7 months later and we're nearly like 10,000 subscribers. That's insane. Actually, how 9,913 subscribers. That's so close. That's insane. And my most popular video is 370,000 views. That's crazy. So thank you so much. If you like this video and if you like any of my videos, subscribing would be super help to me. So thank you for enjoying my videos. I really hope I can do more videos like that, like my Japan videos soon, but I really enjoy doing this, so let's do what I love and hopefully what you guys want to see. Bye.